Hi, I can see 2 people have joined, so we'll just wait for a minute or two and let other people join, and then we'll start with the session. Hi. Hi, people. Hi, Babita. So we'll just wait for a minute or two and let other people join in, and then we'll start with the session. Till the time, you can drop in a hi so that we can chat a little bit, or if you have any doubts from the previous live session, just hit them in the comment section. People who have joined the live till now, just comment down a hi so that I can just know that who all are here in today's live with me. Okay, so till the time other people join. Hi Meena, hi Mona. Soumya, I was eagerly waiting for your session. So my name is Ishika, okay? So, and I'm really glad to know that you were waiting for my session. It really means a lot to me. Okay, so I welcome you guys back to the Resin Art session on WeShow.Live with me, Ishika Vadwa. So today, first of all, we'll be demolding the previous resin art that we've made, and today we'll make a very beautiful art palette, and we learn how to create the ocean effect using the heat gun today. It is a bit technical, but still, if you've attended my previous sessions, you'll understand it very easily, and even if you've not, I'll make sure that I make you understand it very conveniently. So first of all, this is what we made in our last session. So I am so happy to see the cloud effect. I don't know if you can see it or not, the cloud effect that it has come. This cloud effect has come so beautifully. Hi Neha, I'm good. How are you? So let's just start off by demolding this resin art. So I'll be demolding it. Okay, so first of all, let's learn how to even demold a resin art. We'll not just take up a resin art and demold it. No, first of all, we have to check. Is it hard or is it flexible? Since my resin art is absolutely hard, I can very easily demold it. Second step, we'll slowly move our finger over a resin art. A resin art might be sticky at some points. If it's sticky, do not demold your resin art. It's a genuine advice from my side. If your resin art is sticky, do not demold. Just take a very thin layer of transparent resin and just put that thin layer of transparent resin over it, and you will very easily wait for another 24 hours and your resin art will be good to go. So now let's just start off by demolding this. This is here, guys. This is what we made. The cloud color effect. Heart. So now at times when we make a coaster like this, the edges of a coaster are pretty hard. So at times we even have some excess sides. So today in this resin art, I do not have any excess sides to it. If your resin art has excess sides to it, take a precision knife and just very softly peel it off. Very softly. Make sure you do not peel it off hard, otherwise you'll end up ruining your resin art. So now I just have to make these sides smooth. So what I'll do is, I hope we all use nail filers and everything. So this is one kind of a nail filer, and the other one is this. I'll just show this to you. These are the two kinds of nail filers you can get very easily on any cosmetic store online. So what's the, the benefit of using this kind of nail filer instead of those metal nail filers? These nail filers come with 4 steps. One is the shape, second is smoothing, third is buffing, and fourth is polishing. Same goes with this. First shape, then second smooth, then buff, then polish. So today for this Resin Art, because it doesn't have very hard or very itchy sides to it, so I'll be using this one very softly. First of all, I'll be using this orange side, which is the shape side, if you can see. So very softly I'll just be moving it over my Resin Art like this. Very soft hands, very soft hands. Make sure you do not use hard hands on it. Very softly I'll just smoothen that out, so that when you, like, if you go out and sell your Resin Art, if the person buys your Resin Art, we have to make sure that that Resin Art doesn't itch someone, or that is not that pointy that it hurts someone. So make sure you very delicately just move this over it. Now that I'm done with my shape, second I'll be taking the smooth part, and very soft, with very soft hands, I'll just be moving it over it on the edges. Make sure you only move it on the edges. With very soft hands, I'll just be moving it over the edges. And now I don't need to buff or I don't need to polish, because it's not a nail and it's just the Resin Art. Now when I move my finger, I can very easily and very smoothly move my finger. Especially if you take the heart side, the heart mold, these points are very pointy, and we have to make sure that when our customer receives their product, it doesn't pinches them like this. So for that, I'll be using this one, as this one is bit harsh than the other filer. So I'll be taking the shape part first, and I'll just move it over the edges. If you can see, like this. Very soft hands, just move it over the edges. Thank you, Meena. Very delicately, just move it over the edges. Right? And now it's absolutely smooth. So now we are ready with our Resin Art. Now if you are not happy with just this one and you want to add some more effect to it, this is a Resin Art marker. Make sure if you want to write something on your Resin Art, or you want to make it more beautiful or draw on it, do not use simple marker, use a resin marker. Make sure that you use a resin marker. I'll shake it a bit. And what I'll do, this is a rose golden color. If you can see this color here, it's a rose golden color. I'll be outlining the edges. If you can see, I'll be outlining the edges. I'll not be showing how to outline the full Resin Art because we have limited time to ourselves and we have to make a new Resin Art today also. So you can very easily just outline your Resin Art. This will give a very beautiful effect. But make sure whatever color of resin marker you're using, you use it in contrast with your Resin Art's color. Make color contrast plays a very important role. Just the use of wrong color psychology can ruin the look of your Resin Art. And we do not want that, because we want that if you're making something, it's absolutely perfect. So today, what we're going to make is an ocean effect art palette. Now this is the smaller mold. We even have bigger molds for this very same. I'll just show you the bigger mold. This is the bigger mold that I have here, and this is the smaller one. So today we'll be using this mold and we'll be making a very beautiful and very unique Resin Art. And this Resin Art is also one of the most difficult Resin Arts to make. So we need to make sure that we're very careful while we're making this. we have to make sure that we do not ruin our resin art, right? So now let's get on with it, right? So I'll just turn my camera to my artboard and we'll just get on with it. So there you go. I hope I'm audible to each one of you. Just type a yes in the comment box if you can hear me. So now I already have mixed resin with me. For those people who are attending my live session for the first time, I'll just show you once that this is a resin and this is a hardener, and we mix them in 2:1 ratio. Yes, Ishika. Okay, thank you, Mona. Thank you. So we mix this in 2 parts and we mix hardener in 1 part. That is, if you're mixing 50 grams of resin, you'll mix 25 grams of hardener. So today over here, I've mixed, for this palette, I've mixed 100 grams of resin and 50 grams of my hardener. Now for ocean, what we'll be using is, first of all, a white color which is in liquid form. Second is a blue color. Third is the golden color. And fourth is something very unique, which is this. These are small shells that today we'll be using in making this art palette. So first of all, these are my separate glasses. For this we'll be taking 3 to 4 separate glasses and I'll be pouring some small amount of resin in all these 3 glasses. There goes my first part. There goes my second part. And there goes my third part. And some amount I'll be keeping as my transparent resin in this, because we'll even end up needing this. So first of all, before adding colors to any of this, we'll just take a simple powder golden color. We'll be sprinkling it on our mold on different areas. I'll just put small drops of it, just the plain powder, and with my hand itself, I'll be spreading it onto my mold. Now, why are we doing this? When we make resin art, we do not only have to ensure how the front of it will look. We also have to ensure how the backside of a resin art looks. Even the backside of a resin art needs to look very, very, very aesthetic, so that when we sell out a resin art, people can use it both the sides. So this is how I've given a goldeny effect on at the bottom. Now when I'll be pouring resin to it, this powder will automatically come at the bottom of my resin art. So now I'll be putting different ice cream sticks into each of my glass. First, I'll be mixing my blue color. Here. Next, I'll be mixing some golden color. A very little amount of golden actually I need. So I'll be pouring this resin into another one. Here goes my golden. Now golden is usually used to give a brownish effect because I want to show sand effect. So I'll be using golden instead of brown. And there goes my white. Make sure you do not over put the color, or else you will end up mismanaging the chemical properties of your resin. Now I'll very carefully mix my color. See how beautiful is this blue color. And you know, one most interesting and unique thing about resin colors is that resin colors are never matte. They always give such a shiny look that is so beautiful. Now I'll mix my golden. I have put a lot of blue color into this because I need to give blue, because our blue will get mixed with white and then it will give a lighter shade too. But when it comes to golden, I need to immerse my shells into it. So if I give a dark golden color, my shells will not be visible. So we need to make sure that our golden is not too dark and it just gives a light brownish shiny shade. Now there we go with a white color. There you go. So first of all, I'll be pouring my blue color into this on these edges. Over here, I'll be pouring my blue color. Look how beautiful and shiny this blue color has come out to be. Now, I'll not put my white color over here directly. First, I'll be putting a thin layer of my transparent resin. A very thin layer of my transparent resin will come after the blue color. Now that I'm done with this layer, now I'll be pouring a very thin line-like layer of white color. Make sure you do not directly pour it from your glass. Make sure you pour it with your ice cream stick, because if you'll pour it with your glass, you will definitely end up putting a lot of white color than you actually require. And if you do that, you will have a fail attempt at creating ripples of water that we actually want to create. Now that I already have my white over here, now what I'll be using is what we call as a heat gun. Now this is what we call as a heat gun. If you do not have heat gun available, or you at such an earlier stage, you do not want to invest so much into a heat gun, you can easily use a blow dryer. So now what we'll be doing is, this will just give out some air. So with this air, we'll be pushing the white color upwards. If this is going to make a lot of sound, so if you guys have earphones in your ears, so make sure you just either lower down your voice or remove one of your earphones. So now I'll be using this and I'll be pushing the white color above like this. This will create a very beautiful effect. And this is how we merge the white color. We will not directly merge the white color into blue color. We will merge it with a blowgun. Now I'll add some more white color into it. Over here. Don't worry, we'll not add so much of white color that it fills up our mold and we do not have place to add the golden color and our shells. Now you see this bubbles and ripples effect that is being created over here. This is what we want. I'll again be blowing it. And we're done with it. Now before this place gets filled up, I'll quickly fill it up with the golden color. And I'm done with this. I'll take my white ice cream stick and I'll mix this up. Now we'll be taking these shells and we'll be putting these shells into our resin art. Here I have them. I'll not directly put my shells and ruin my resin art. Never ever do that. I'll be taking my tweezers and I'll be putting these one by one, very carefully, just at the bottom. Because we even need to make sure that since it's an art palette and an artist needs a lot of area, an artist who will buy an art palette will buy it so that they can mix their own colors over it. So we'll make sure we put shells only and only on the bottom area, so that we do not use much of the place, because one cannot mix their colors over the shell. There you go. Very carefully, piece by piece. If you'll put all your shells at once, you'll end up creating a chaos instead of resin art. And we do not want to waste our resin, since we all know how expensive resin is. Now, make sure you start with bigger shells to going towards the smaller shells. Do not put smaller shells than bigger shells, because there's something called as consistency. And consistency is what makes your art looks aesthetically appealing. That's it. If you want, you can add 1 or 2 on the edges. And that's it. Now, I'll again be using my blowgun. And the rest of little bit of blue that I'm left with, I'm going to put it over here. And mix this. Another layer of white, since golden has occupied the white. Now we will let this settle, but one last step before that, which I've always told you, is first take a lighter and burn all the bubbles existing. Each and every bubble. We want a crystal clear resin art. So I'll be taking this and I'll be blowing all the bubbles in this resin art. Do not put your fire at one place for long, or you'll end up burning your resin, and in the end you will not have a good final product, and we do not want to waste our product, right? Now we have cured all the bubbles at the moment, but we also have to make sure that we do not leave or we do not create any more bubbles while this resin art is curing. For that, we will be using this. This is rubbing alcohol, or what you call in scientific terms is isopropyl spray. I'll be spraying it from a pretty far distance, very carefully. And that's it. And now you can see the ocean palette we've created. So just comment down how it looks and let me know if you are gonna try this at your home or not. And if you do, make sure you send these pictures to me so that I can look over to the beautiful resin art my students have made. So now we'll be discussing some of the do's and don'ts that were left in our previous session, because we do not want that if you are investing and learning resin art, we do not want to mess up our resin art at any cost. Hi guys, welcome back. So now let's talk about do's and don'ts of Resin Art. Let's revise it from our very first session. So first thing, remember these three letters. Okay, Nian. Okay, Meena. Three letters, that is GAM, GAM. Before starting any resin art, just remember you have to follow a three-letter term called GAM. GAM is gloves, apron, and your mask. Because if we'll get resin on our hands will burn, and we don't want that. Apron, we do not want to ruin our clothes at any cost, and even some clothes are not that resistant that resin can even affect your skin. Third is mask. Resin has got a very 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 strong smell, so we cannot afford to smell that and get that smell till our head, as it will cause you a very 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 severe headache. Second of all, mixing resin in the ratio that is set by the brand of resin you're buying. If you will buy this Art Pavilion brand, you will have to mix a ratio of 2:1. That is 2 parts of resin and 1 part of hardener. If you are buying Haxon brand resin, then the ratio will be, I guess, 3:1. That is 3 parts of resin and 1 part of hardener. Next, mixing. The most important part of mixing, of creating a resin art, is its mixing. If your resin is not mixed well, your resin art will get damaged for sure. It's 100% guarantee that you will not get a proper resin art. Resin has to be mixed for 3 to 4 minutes. Like, less than 3 minutes is a no-no. It's a very legit no, that no, you do not have to mix your resin for less than 3 minutes. Mixing it not too fast, or else you'll end up creating a lot of bubbles. Mixing it slowly for 3 to 4 minutes and scraping the resin from sides, because we do not want to disturb its chemical property. Third step, when you're pouring resin, first of all, if you're pouring transparent resin, no problem. If you're mixing color, after mixing resin, when you add color, you again have to ensure that you mix it properly so that color gets completely dissolved into the resin. Fourth thing, if you're mixing glitters and everything, make sure you first put a half layer of glitter, then you put a layer of transparent resin. Otherwise, people will be able to feel the glitter from their fingers, and we do not want to deliver that kind of a product. Or even if you're gifting it to someone, it will not look that good. So we have to make sure to keep these steps in mind. And rest, I would say, people who are watching this session from Instagram, do download WeShow.Live app so that you can talk to me and ask your doubts to me. Nice session. Thank you so much, Mona. And if you want to follow me on my Resin Art page, for my Resin Art, it is aesthetish_in. If you want to follow me personally, it's Ishika.Vadva_. And now for another 2 minutes, I'll be taking any doubts you guys have. So quickly comment down your doubts so that I can very quickly clear them. Very well explained. Thank you so much, Neha. If you have any doubts, comment down. Just comment down quickly. Till then, I would genuinely ask you guys to encourage your friends and encourage your family to join my live session and download WeShow.Live app. It's an amazing app, a very unique app that you'll not find anywhere. So I'll just wait for another minute so that if you guys have any doubt, just comment them down. Any doubt? Okay, Meena. Any doubt, guys, you have regarding resin or the products of resin, anything? Okay, so since there are no doubts, I'll be taking off from here, and I'll see you guys in my next live session that you'll be updated on the app itself. Awesome session. Thank you so much, Meena. So till then, signing off, and make sure you ask your friends and family to download WeShow.Live app. Bye guys.